So ETH is just doing what it's supposed to be doing, but it's not giving us the big surprise. I think that surprise comes the moment the ETF is out in Bitcoin and people will focus on the ETH ETF and it'll bring the ETH ecosystem alive. This year, it's been a story of Solana, which I've been along all year, and Bitcoin. That barbell has been the best trade in the world. Or in fact, just owning Solana has been the best trade in the world, bar none. But ETH, it'll play catch up. It'll do well.
I need some Bitcoin now that I think it's going to go up. Bruv, what have you been doing all this time? The worst thing about this,
5 years.
the worst thing about this is, Tristan, literally 3 months ago, we called the fact that crypto was going to blow.
Yeah, we did.
We literally called it. We said, crypto's about to blow up. You need to make money now and buy crypto. Don't buy crypto when it goes up like every other dummy. Buy it now. And he just, ignored us? He just thought, no, those guys, they don't know what they're talking about. And then once it goes up, they start emailing. Who are these humans?
I talked about the fact that the ISM is a repeating cycle since 2008 because of the debt refi cycle. So future ISM looks like past ISM inverted. So it suggests that we keep going into 2025, the end of 2025, which I've shown you a number of different formats. And with that goes liquidity. I showed charts earlier how liquidity and ISM all go hand in hand. There's the chart of global liquidity and the NASDAQ. Just keeps going up. What a beautiful chart. That's the trend we're trading here. It's easy. Same with Bitcoin. The reason the Bitcoin correlation is actually lower than the NASDAQ is because of these super spikes on the upside, because it's so skewed to the right tail, which is amazing. So now when we put this all together, we can actually forecast using a number of proprietary things we use at GMI out into the future. Please do not expect this to be a crystal ball. Do not expect these exact targets. It's directionally going to give you an idea of what the next 2 years look like. It gives you that target that we talked about before of about 21,500 in the NASDAQ by May or June of next year. With Bitcoin, it gets even more interesting. You see, that gives us a kind of extraordinary set of numbers, which make me think that these are overstating it. So I'm just going to assume that we'd halve these. Maybe they're right. I don't know. We'll have to see. The everything code is new. Yes, it's worked in the past, but who knows? Because it gives us crazy numbers like 218,000 by May. That's post-halving, post-ETF. It would give you a target of $500,000 by 2026, which is in line with the log trend. So it's possible. It doesn't feel like the most probable outcome. Feels a bit ludicrous to me. But anyway, directionally, half the numbers. Assume Raoul is a total moron, which certainly my wife would do, then you still get great numbers. So it's all to play for. And that makes me interested. Now, Bitcoin's actually not the horse I'm going to back in this race. Crypto is the horse I back the most. It's the fastest horse in the race, best risk-adjusted returns, high correlations to this global liquidity index, which is our everything code. So we know how the asset price behaves, which gives us a competitive advantage when we use our proprietary frameworks. Beautiful chart here, Fed net liquidity and Ethereum. Bitcoin has actually outperformed Fed net liquidity, the beach ball underwater. Why? Because of the narrative around the ETF. In macro crypto spring, Bitcoin always outperforms, much like in macro spring, treasuries tend to outperform credit. Later, when we move to macro summer, alts, ETH first, Solana, others will start to massively outperform Bitcoin, much like junk bonds outperform treasuries. So ETH is just doing what it's supposed to be doing, but it's not giving us the big surprise. I think that surprise comes the moment the ETF is out in Bitcoin and people will focus on the ETH ETF and it'll bring the ETH ecosystem alive. This year, it's been a story of Solana, which I've been along all year, and Bitcoin. That barbell has been the best trade in the world. Or in fact, just owning Solana has been the best trade in the world, bar none. But ETH, it'll play catch up. It'll do well.
Everyone said years ago when Bitcoin was basically free that 21 Bitcoin was a good amount to have because then you have a millionth of all the future Bitcoin. You can't be poorer in Bit than more than a million people if you have 21 Bitcoin. That's physically impossible. So 21 Bitcoin, I don't know what's that worth today. But Bitcoin was basically free a while ago. And everyone was told to accumulate 21 by basically everyone inside of the crypto community. And if you don't have 21 now, then 2 multiplied by 10 plus 1.
Romeo, done. So if you don't have any Bitcoin, who gives a shit? If you imagine having 2 Bitcoin, go the Bitcoin price, you have 2. Who gives a shit if it's 30,000 or 40,000? You are still poor and you will stay poor forever. And we talk about absolute self-accountability because when you're told to accumulate, you don't. It's amazing the human psyche. I find people interesting because I'm a person who likes to see ahead and prepare, perspicacious, indefatigable. That's who I am. I'm a master fucking Aikido! Unfazed. And you dorks, imagine being this human. I'm a human. Somewhere I exist. Bitcoin is cheap. I don't care about it. Then the price goes up. Now I want it.
But you
I
can't
didn't
afford it.
I didn't want it when it was cheap and affordable. I want it now that it's expensive. Then I think, well, let me just email the top G. Let me go to corporatate.com and then email the most famous billionaire on the planet and ask him how I can get some Bitcoin. Now it's more expensive than it's ever been. Hi, my name is Indian Isaac Newton. I need some Bitcoin now that I think it's gonna go up. Bruv, what have you been doing all this time? The worst thing is, the worst thing
For the
about
last
this,
5 years.
the worst thing about this is, Tristan, literally 3 months ago, we called the fact that crypto was gonna blow.
Yeah, we did.
We literally called it. We said, crypto's about to blow up. You need to make money now and buy crypto. Don't buy crypto when it goes up like every other dummy. Buy it now. And he just, ignored us? He just thought, no, those guys, they don't know what they're talking about. And then once it goes up, they start emailing. Who are these humans? Who are these fucking idiots? Just flip the burgers and piss off. Leave me alone and stay poor. Here, we literally called it inside the real world. Right here, look. Proof, we called it. Here, called it. Here, inside the real world, called it. Here. When I came to the real world, the crypto world was as close to me as space travel. I didn't know much about investing, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm rich. I feel like I owe the professor money. He's made me so much money. Thank you so much to the crypto guy. I made so much money. The crypto professor, I made 210K. This is all in the last 2 weeks. People sign up for $49 and make 200 grand. And you got this dickhead saying, now it's going up. I want to make some. Why weren't you making a bunch of money and buying it when it was cheap? I don't understand you people. I don't understand. We have endless proof. We have endless proof that we know what we're talking about. And I literally tweeted out. Where's the tweet where I tweeted out about crypto? It must be here somewhere. I literally tweeted saying, guys, hurry up. Get inside the real world now. Ah, look what I just found. Your mates. There's a bunch of tweets which I made 2 weeks ago that talked about how crypto's going to explode. And I literally tweeted them all out. Someone find me the tweets. Producer, find the tweets. I can't find them. Find the tweets. I made a bunch of tweets 3 weeks ago or a month ago time-ish. I remember I was at a hotel in the countryside as far away as I could go within my restrictions. And I was chilling. And I decided to record the camera and said, listen, join the real world now. We're going to tell you exactly how to make a bunch of money. It's about to blow. And everyone a bunch of people signed up and made a bunch of money. There's all the proof. But there's a bunch of idiots who sat at home and ignored me and decided to email me later once the price has already gone up and stayed a fucking bumbleclot. You don't understand. I don't give a shit. Please, I want to make this clear. I don't give a shit if you stay broke. I don't care about you staying poor. I don't care about you struggling to pay your bills. I don't care about you emailing me with your sob story. Well, if I just had 10 grand, I think I might be. I don't care about you. I don't know you. And if I did, I would probably hate you. You're probably a fucking loser. I don't care. I tell you all what to do. I give you advice. I make it very easy for you to follow if you want to save your lives. If you don't want to do it, then just piss off. Don't email me once you've realized you made a mistake. I don't care. Why would I care?
Nobody cares.
Nobody
But here's the thing. You expect Andrew or Tristan to care because I get all these kinds of messages every day. On X, there's a post. Tristan DMs, it's urgent. I open it up as you asking me for free money. Urgent to you? It's not urgent to me. And what you need to understand about the fact that Andrew doesn't care about you is he's not being unnecessarily cruel or obtuse. Let me tell you something. Most people you know don't care about you. Most people I know, of the tens of thousands of people I've met in my life, don't care about me.